Hi everybody, and welcome to Amp 321, the online version of our Indians in North America, our Contemporary Native America class. So this video is going to stand for actually two sections. So you might be in section S70 or S71. The two courses are identical and use the same syllabus. It doesn't matter which one you're in. The course we're going to be talking about today is, of course, like most courses this semester, fully online. What I want to do right now is walk you through the syllabus and also walk you through the Blackboard page to hopefully sort of pre-answer any questions about how to navigate the course, how to actually complete the course requirements, how deadlines work, anything like that. Let me start out by apologizing for it taking so long to get this video up. I usually like to, frankly, have this video up in the first couple of days of an online class. As you might guess, this semester has been a pretty hectic start with all of the changes and trying to sort of prepare to do everything safely and effectively in in the world of COVID-19. So I hope you'll indulge my slightly late getting this up for you all. Some people have sent me emails with some questions, and I've tried to answer those as quickly as I can in the place. But this video really should answer a lot of those questions. So if you're a little confused, hopefully this should cover everything and make things pretty clear. But if not, of course, do not hesitate to shoot me an email, reach out to me, and I can help answer any questions that aren't explained by the video. So this course is called Indians in North America, which is a little bit of an old-fashioned title. That's very much an old-fashioned title. I think this course has been on the books probably since like the 70s, and it's a pretty old-school title. So I've sort of subtitled it Contemporary Native America. And there's a reason for that. That's because you're going to see that this course is less focused on the sort of deep history of Native occupation of North America, of which you can learn about in some of our other courses, and we'll talk about a bit in here. And it's not even focused on sort of like 19th century Native issues, which a lot of courses like this tend to. We're going to be pretty focused actually on what I'm calling contemporary issues, so issues really of the last, couple of generations, really, sort of especially focused on the era from the civil rights movement onward into the present day. Of course, we'll contextualize that with some history, with some demographics, with some of these deeper questions, these deeper historical questions. But we're going to be pretty focused on today rather than the deep past. Some course information. My name is Dr. Farley. I'm a professor in the anthropology department. I'm a permanent faculty member here, so I'm here every semester, which is nice. I am on campus a little bit this semester, but like everybody else, I'm mostly remote, which is being encouraged by the university, and I think is pretty smart. But I am on campus Tuesdays and Thursdays for most of the day. So if you run into me, certainly feel free to say hi, as long as everybody's wearing masks and we're doing so safely. So my office is there. I'm not going to be there as much as I normally am because of COVID. But if you do want to reach out to me with any questions, any concerns, you can always email me. It's probably the best way to get a hold of me. I will say right now we're getting, just like you all are, I know that students are too, we're getting just deluged with emails, not from students, normal amount of emails from students, but from like the university, from the system office, from the Board of Regents, just so much. So I've had some emails get a bit buried on me. Hopefully I'm hoping that's going to slow down a little bit as we get rolling into the semester. But my office hours are going to be fully digital this semester. That's not typical for me, but I have office hours put aside Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays from 9 to 11. If you want to meet up with me on a one-on-one, I've got here listed Zoom. I don't know if we'd actually use Zoom. We might use Teams or one of these other apps, but we can do a digital meeting that way. We can also talk on the phone. We can correspond by email, whatever you're comfortable with, whatever is going to help you get what you need. I'm happy to do that. And if these times don't work for you, I am available other times as well, so we can set up a meeting time. There's some boilerplate language next in the syllabus about academic misconduct and plagiarism, classroom etiquette, which can be pretty important in this class because we'll occasionally be having some digital discussions in the forums that could potentially become heated. They really very rarely do, but I suppose they could. We'll be talking about some somewhat heavy issues. Accommodations for students with disabilities. You'll see, I think, that the open nature of this course makes this course pretty accessible for most people. But if you do need additional resources or help, use the DRC Center, please. There's a link to their website here, and you can use that to sort of set up what you need with me. Quick mention of the course objectives. As I said before, this is a little bit reiterating, but the course is really set up to be more of a focus on contemporary issues rather than historical ones, while, of course, contextualizing everything within that historical narrative. So there's a little description here that describes some of the topics that we're going to talk about. These are going to be pretty obvious when you take a look at the modules in a moment. We've got the sort of Tier 2 American Experience goals here. This is a thing the university has asked us to start including in our syllabi. I think it's actually kind of interesting. It gives you a chance to see how this course fits into your broader LEP. Most likely the majority of you are taking this course as an LEP requirement and are not anthropology majors or minors. Some of you maybe are, but if you're taking this in the LEP or even as a major, it can be kind of interesting to see how this course is designed to build off of some of the things you were meant to have gotten in your Tier 1 requirements, how it relates to some of your other Tier 2 requirements, so on and so forth. All right, major assignments and grades. There's really only I shouldn't say that. Oh, I shouldn't say there's 3 grades in here. There's actually more than that. So it looks like here like, oh, there's only 3 grades. There's this 40% chunk and then these 2 30% chunks. Actually, this 40% is broken up into about 12 or 13 separate small little assignments. So you are getting graded on a pretty wide array of things here. Almost half your grade comes from your Blackboard responses. This is you completing the modules. I'm going to talk about what I mean by modules in just a second. But basically going through, if you go to the website, and I'll bring this up for a second, there are 12 modules in this class. So you'll notice that's almost as many weeks as we have in a normal semester. So these roughly coincide with a week of work. And so, you go in, you do the thing in the module, you get that complete. And these are graded very much in like if you do them and you're taking them seriously, you get the credit for them. You're not being graded in a really, like on a rubric really so much on these. So you'll see that you're going to do the assignment. You'll either get like 10 points out of 10 for doing a discussion forum, or I'll ask you to like redo it if I notice that it's inadequate what you've done. But that's extraordinarily rare that happens. And then we have a midterm and a final examination. Those are the only 2 things that aren't currently available to you on Blackboard. We're going to go through Blackboard in just a second. Yeah, I'll talk about the modules when we flip over to Blackboard. The last page here is our course schedule, and you'll notice here that there's this, there's no real dates on these individual modules. That's because this course is entirely asynchronous, and I mean that to the extreme, in the sense that really the only due date for this course is December 11th by midnight. And that is essentially like the end of the semester. So that's, if I'm remembering correctly from when I designed this, that is basically the Friday before finals. And that gives me some time to grade everything that gets in before finals. It gives me the week of finals to get all my grades done and get all my grading done. I've got plenty of that to do between these courses and others. So that's where that date comes from. It's not just picked out of the air. But that's when the midterm is due. That's when the final is due, and that's when all of the Blackboard module responses are due. So I will give you a word of warning. Don't wait until December 8th to start. Each of these modules is designed to take a couple few hours each. You know, they're designed to essentially replicate a week in a normal semester in a non-online class. So they have something for you to watch. Usually that's going to take you an hour or two. They're going to have something for you to respond to or do that might take you another half an hour or so. So they are designed to take they're fairly time consuming. Then you got to take the exams, which are not long, but they might take you 45 minutes each. So it would all add up to quite a lot. So my suggestion is this gives two things, pro and a con. The pro is it gives you maximum flexibility. You can do the course however you like, at whatever pace you like. You can get the whole thing done in the next 2 weeks if you want. I think that'd be really smart if you're ambitious in that way, and then you don't have to worry about this anymore, and you can focus on your other courses. Or you can wait and do it all in the last few weeks, which is maybe a little bit more stressful. Or you can treat it like a normal class and do a module a week, which I think is a really smart way to do it too. However you really want to. The con, I guess, if you will, is that this does put a lot of responsibility on you to manage your time well, to get the course done in time for the end of the semester. So let me flick over to Blackboard to show you what this looks like on Blackboard. So first of all, the introductions tab right here, I've already said in an email, and most of you have done this already, although I have to check to see. Not everybody had as of yesterday, so I'll double check to see if there's anybody left to do. But if you haven't yet, please do this introduction form right away. This is my best way for determining that you are attending the course, which I have to report attendance for every course to the university. And if you're determined to be not attending, then the university will drop you out of the course, and then you have to re-sign up for it, and it's a pain in the ass. So if you can avoid doing that, that'd be great. This is very helpful for me. And then this video right here, you can't see this right now, obviously, although by the time you see this video, you will be able to see it. It's a Schrodinger's cat kind of a situation. But this video will be right here in this introductory tab. You can get a digital copy of the syllabus here, PDF version of the syllabus, and then after that, there are this is designed to go in order. So start with Module 1, and in this case, there's a PowerPoint you can download to follow along if you want, and then these 3 videos are 3 parts of a lecture. They're pretty short. They're like 20 minutes each, I think. And then this is one of the rare occasions where Module 1 does not have a discussion forum, because I kind of count the introductions forum as the discussion for this module. But then it moves into a much more regular standard like this, where in number 2, in this case, instead of a lecture by me, I've asked you to watch a film, Real Engine, and then you would click here to go to the forum responses. And you can see here there's 3 questions. These are set by me. Question 1 that says anonymous, that means they're by me. Question 1, you would click in here, right? Oh, here's the question. Consider the historical context, blah, 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 blah. And you can just reply and put your answer in, and that's all you have to do. You do that for all 3 questions. These don't need to be long. Paragraph, a little more. I think I have somewhere written usually like no more than about 100 words per answer. 100 words is pretty short. It's about 2 paragraphs. So that's sort of how you do that. And then you would just continue to work through the modules. So here's Module 4, right? So this one's got, I broke this video up. Don't get freaked out by this. These videos are pretty short each. And then this one, in this case, I have the module is a little bit more complicated, and so I've got some instructions for you here, a video of me giving you instructions. So that's the kind of thing you're going to run into in each of these. There might be a lecture by me, it might be broken up into parts, or it might be in one video. There might be some instructions or not. That depends on how straightforward the assignment is. And then there's just about always going to be some kind of an assignment. So as you work through the modules and completing those things, you should see them pop up in your grade center. I'll go in occasionally and just like grade a bunch. That's sort of how I do it. I just do it in chunks. I'll just grade all the ones that are available every couple of weeks, to get to bang through them all, so I don't have to do them all at the end of the semester. And then as you work through these 2 tabs here, I don't know if these are actually visible to you yet. I don't think they are. This is hidden from students. That's because there's nothing in there. So the one thing you do not have access to ahead of time is the midterm exam and final exam. And that's not because I don't want to give you access to them. It's because they haven't been written yet. I rewrite my exams most semesters to just because it's what I like to do. And so as I write these, I will make them available to you. And so that'll be sooner rather than later. I want to get the midterm and the final for anybody who maybe does want to try and bang the course out early. So this is placed here for a reason. The midterm exam will focus on the first 6 modules, and then the final exam will focus on the modules from the second half, from module 7 to module 12. And then I'll have this little, little prep section here, and time for you to take the final exam. So that is really the whole shebang. So that's sort of how you do it. If you still have any questions, if you're still confused about anything, if you just want to check in with me and say a few words of introduction, whatever you want to do, feel free to email me, and I'm happy to chat. If there's anything that I didn't make clear in this video, let me know. If you run into any technical issues on Blackboard, a link that doesn't work, that takes you somewhere that doesn't seem like it's where it should go, a discussion forum that seems screwed up for some reason, let me know right away and I'll fix it, because that, stuff happens from time to time. Links break and such. So let me know so I can get it fixed, not just for you, but for everybody else. All right. Well, it's really a pleasure getting to meet you all from afar, and hopefully get to know you a little bit this semester, and stay safe and stay healthy. And I'm so glad that we're here together.